Hi, I'm Chris Goebel, the Vice Principal of the Westman Alternate School, and it's July 28th, and I thought I'd give everyone an update as to how the curriculum purchases have gone this summer for our fall classes. So let's start off with the language arts. Our language arts, we've purchased three different curricula, and we have a couple others that are under investigation for this upcoming school year that we just weren't ready to hit go on for this September. So the ones that are ready and are now in our library shelves are Thoughtful Learning, The Good and the Beautiful, which we know is a very popular course, and the Institute for Excellence in Writing. Uh, the Good and the Beautiful, we know, has a variety of extra textbooks that they suggest go with the course, and we've purchased some of those to support those courses in our big book bundles. We're still dividing those up into little more manageable packets, boxes to support the Good and the Beautiful. The Institute for Excellence in Writing is normally a streamlined course. There's also a DVD version. Due to the licensing, so we can use these resources in future years, as per Alberta Education suggestions, we've had to go with a DVD version for the Institute for Excellence in Writing, and we're hoping to get some DVD players in to support that in case your computers don't have DVD players in them. The curriculum that we're still under investigation for the next year is the Learning Language Arts. So just as a reminder, what our teachers do for the curriculum that we are supporting is they'll have, with the weekly classes, just a list of sections from those other curricula that match up what's happening in class. We're covering the same outcomes. It just gives you an idea as to how to stay current and what homework could or should be done to make sure that the skills are getting developed. Heather Burton has also done a wonderful job in our language arts of selecting a variety of mentored texts for each grade level. So those are going to be great options for parents, knowing how they've been curated, and great titles there. And there's also a variety of extra optional books that can be taken out that are grade specific, as well as a variety of extra manipulatives and resources like Scrabble games, Yahtzee, other word and spelling games, as well as some consumable resources for those younger grades. Now, as we get into the social studies, there's not that many resources that are aligned to the Alberta Program of Studies in Social Studies. So what we were selected was two main resources, plus a third resource that sort of changes based upon the grade level. So the Alberta aligned curriculum that I think some parents were familiar with from last year has been selected. That's done by the On the Mark Press. It's a variety of workbooks that go along with Canadian content, as well as some the 52 weeks of Canadian stories that support that curriculum. The other curriculum that we have for the social studies is the Nelson textbooks, and those are the standard ones for schools, and I think those have been in use here in our school for a number of years. And then as we're looking at some different grades, in some grades the key is available, especially for grade 6 as they're ready for those PATs, and then in some years there's just makes sense to do a variety of YouTube videos as well as some extra content as they're exploring different countries. Now, with the social studies, we also purchased a fair number of books and novels that go with that content, so that fleshes out the reading. And I know our teachers have been working on ways of integrating our language arts and social studies. So we believe we've got a good selection of resources there, focused on a lot of games, spent a lot of time looking for those to support the social studies curriculum, knowing that social studies is a monthly course. So then we're looking at, you've got lots of flexibility during that month to go deeper into content, or to even take some of that time and concentrate it on other areas of need that your students may have. Maybe it's going deeper into math, providing some more remediation. So we've got lots of flexible resources there for our social studies. Again, that Alberta aligned from On the Mark Press, and then the Nelson textbooks. As we look into the math, we've got three main resources that have been fully sequenced for the year plans for math. So that's going to make it much easier to provide some sequencing. This year, in order to keep our school values and meeting our promises, we're spending some more time looking at those spiral curriculums during the year before we hit implementation on those. And that would be the Saxon math and some of those others. So this year, what we have is we've got the Pearson textbooks used for math. We also have bought a large number of the Jump math curriculum, and then also the Snap math books that I know Mr. Chris Johnson uses a lot down in the Raymond area. In investigation for this upcoming school year, we're looking at the good and the beautiful. So we had all those resources and could sequence those properly. So that's under investigation this year. And then teaching textbooks, we'll be looking at it further again this year. So 3 main resources for the math, the curriculum: the Pearson textbooks, the Jump Math, and the SNAP. Now, we also know that we've got some other resources, digital resources that parents love, and these have been sequenced to the content. They just aren't fully fleshed out enough for us to call them a full curriculum, but we know that parents love these, and our teachers have already said, okay, here's the sections that go with what we're working on this week and this month. And that includes the iExcel, Khan Academy, and the Math Antics websites. And then in the future, we'll be looking at trying to see how we piece all those together to call it a fully fleshed out curricular option as we sort of add bits and pieces into there and extra videos to make a completely robust program for you. So there's the details. If anybody has questions as to what curriculum we're using and what options you have as a parent, you've got many days throughout the week to concentrate or to follow sort of other directions. And how the day-to-day instruction and use of these resources will go in class, we're around to be able to answer questions to those. And as the summer progresses, we'll be developing some more frequently asked questions. Just a reminder, you are not limited to just using these curriculum. If out of your own funds you have a curriculum you've been using for years and you want to continue that, then you can certainly use your own funds to pay for those. The curriculum we're supporting as a school, and that all the homework and activities that the students will be doing are from the chosen lists of curriculum that we've put together for each grade that meets the Alberta education standards for a fully funded school program. So I know you've got lots of options, and we kept the classroom days down to a minimum in order to give you a chance to concentrate in different areas, follow different tangents in your own students' interests. So we are, again, sort of an in-between solution between a traditional school where you're having to follow everything day to day and homeschool where you're sort of following things on a year-to-year basis. We're an in-between solution that is sort of our niche for an alternative school.